Yeah, hi, good evening, everyone.
Good
Good evening, yeah, hi. Yeah,
evening, sir.
good evening, good evening. Okay, so I guess you can see the screen, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So in yesterday's class, we were trying to learn or understand how are the websites built, correct? Right? So quickly, let's summarize that part. So websites are built in HTML, CSS. See, website is basically a combination of web pages. So web pages put together, it's like your book. What is book? A book is set of pages, correct? Same way, a website is set of web pages, and each of these web pages are built in HTML, right? And to beautify these pages, we also add additionally we use CSS, and to make them functional or interactive we use JavaScript. Okay, a simple HTML page, and when I open this page, or this is my website. So when I build a website using HTML, this is how it looks. So if I want to make it beautiful, if I want to make it look appealing to the users, I have to add CSS, correct? And now this doesn't have any functional elements, clickable elements or scrolling elements, or maybe images moving here, or login, correct? Register an account, nothing as such. So if you want anything as such on your website, you have to use JavaScript for it. Correct? Are you all following me? Clear?
Yes, sir.
So a web page is built using HTML. Basically, HTML is used to present your content. So we have presented the content here, but this is not looking beautiful. If you have to make, will give you the alignment, borders, colors, everything. And now, if you want to make this function, you are using JavaScript. This is how the web page is built. And now, if at all, if you want to build a content management system to handle this, instead of writing the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, you have to write it in one of the programming languages, a backend, using Python or Java or .NET or C++ or any one of the programming languages. Using one of the programming languages, you are building the software which can now build the web pages like this, or in fact, it's not like that. It is something like this. You can build the web pages something like this. Okay. Now I will click on this. Yeah, this web page, to build this web page, now I don't have to write the CSS or HTML or JavaScript. I'll simply go here and I will click on courses, and I'll click on create bulk pages or single pages, and I'll start updating all the information or details here, and automatically it creates a page like this, right? So this is what we discussed yesterday, right? And now what we have built here is basically a provision to copy paste the content, and hence it is called as content management system. So we have built a provision to update the, yeah. So we have built a provision to update the content here, and hence it is called as content management system. White color center one, white. Hence it is called as content management system. And now if you want to build a platform like this, or an option, a developer, a backend developer will do this. So if someone has to do this, they have to know Java or Python or one of the programming languages, and also SQL. Whatever you update here, even before it is sending here, it is storing the data somewhere. Did you all get that, guys? Everyone?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Now, as a digital marketer, you won't be able to learn. So it's not that you won't be able to learn. It is quite difficult for you to plan to learn now to build a website. 1 second, give me 1 minute, everybody. correct? So now if you are planning to build a website, you cannot go and build all of you cannot go and learn all of these things now, correct? It is quite difficult. People learn this over years. It is quite difficult or impossible for you to build a house by yourself, though the land belongs to you, correct? And though it's going to be your house, and though you have the budget, you might have 10 crores of budget, but then you will not go and do all the work to build a home, right? Correct? For several reasons. So maybe it might takes a lot of time for you. So you cannot go and draw a 3D architecture or a plan for your construction for your villa. You will opt services from someone, correct? So same way, if you are planning to build a website which which needs to have backend, and also it has to be a beautiful website, you have to hire some developers or you have to learn it by all yourself, correct? So now there are two problems here. If you are hiring developers to build a website, it's going to be expensive. You can expand, you can spend on it when you are building a massive platform, when you really have those kinds of budgets, correct? And second thing, if at all if you have to build it all by yourself, you have to learn it and do it. Both are quite tedious for 90% of the people who are planning to build a website. Maybe 99% of the people will find it difficult, right? So that's when a group of people came forward and have built a software or an application that can be used by anybody. Are you all following me, everybody?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, so now we are going to look into it. What is that software? That is called as WordPress. That is called as WordPress. So this WordPress is built in one of the programming language called Python, sorry, PHP. So you don't have to get into it how it is all built. Just remember, so if you have to build a website, you can simply download this WordPress and you can start using it. I'll show it to you now how to use that and all, right? So on your mobile phone, if you have to scan a document, a Word document, and convert that to a PDF file, you will have to download an app from the App Store or Play Store. Correct, everybody? Everybody?
Yes.
So if you want to order a food, right, you will have to download an app like Zomato, correct, or Swiggy, correct? Your phone will not have those features inbuilt. Now basically these apps which you are downloading from App Store or Play Store are helping you to perform an activity, correct? So if it is a document scanner, it is helping you to scan the documents. If it is a food ordering app, it is helping you to order the food. If it is a bus ticket or flight ticket booking app, it is helping you to book a bus ticket or flight ticket. So same way now we are going to download an application to our server or to our computer, which is going to help us to build the websites. Clear?
Yes.
Now here we are not going to download this onto our computer, but we are going to download this onto our server, because we are building the website on this server and then we are connecting this website to the domain. Okay, so we are going to do that now, right? So coming to the server or the hosting, you can buy it from any service provider like GoDaddy or Hostinger or DigitalOcean. There are n number of companies or people, but then if you are not technically strong or if you don't have the technical knowledge, so you will have to go with the hosting which gives you a cPanel, control panel, which is called as control panel. You should have an option to communicate with your server. You should have an option. So who is this RBSN? Can I please know about them?
Yeah, this is Paul. I was talking to Mr. Candra the other day.
Oh, okay, cool. So yeah, fine. Yeah. So now you will have to, you should be able to deal. See now, for example, you have a hard disk on your computer, correct? How do you interact with this hard disk? You are going to use it through your computer, correct? Through the user in your computer. You must have created a user on your computer, right? Right? So same way now, the storage or the hosting that you have purchased needs a control method to communicate with it. So you should be able to drop files pertaining to your website on that server or make any other kinds of changes, right? So for that, usually programmers communicate through an application called command prompt. Command prompt. So on your computer, you go and search command prompt. So on MacBook, it is terminal. So on MacBook, it is terminal. On your computers, it is called as command prompt. Just go to the left bottom of your computer if you are using Windows computer and type command prompt. So you have to write the commands over there to access your hosting environment or the storage or internet server, correct? Are you all following me? Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now to do that on the command prompt to write the commands also, you have to know that how to write the commands, correct? If you don't know, it becomes difficult for you to communicate or handle your server, correct? So that's when companies have built a control mechanism, and that control mechanism is called as cpanel. Okay, right? So now what we're going to do is I'm suggesting you to, so if you're just getting started, so I suggest you to buy the hosting from Hostinger or GoDaddy. Today we are going to look at Hostinger. Okay, I'll show it to you. See, if you're planning to learn how to build websites by yourself, or if you're planning to get into a career of building the websites, you get started with this. So just this class would impart the knowledge, but practicing this is going to make you much stronger in the domain. Okay, right? So now this company is selling the hosting plans. You can go with web hosting for small to medium websites, right? You can probably go with this plan. Look at this, everything you need to create your website, 129 rupees per month, and you can create 100 websites, right? 100 websites, and they will give you a domain for free, one domain. Total for a year choose plan, if I click on choose plan, you can purchase a hosting plan at just 2500 rupees, and you will get both a domain name and a hosting plan for 1 year at just 2500 rupees. Okay, so let me change this to 12 months. Okay, so this is showing me 2628. Okay, now I'll put, I have a coupon code. I'll write high 10. Even you all can use this coupon code high 10 and apply it. This is going to come down further. It has come down to 2365. So in the next stage, if you are not providing your company GST details, or if you don't have GST details, they'll charge additional 18%. That is 400 rupees, and it becomes 2700. If you have GST number, you can add GST number and you will get it at a smaller price. So now I have bought such hosting. Okay, and now once you have such hosting, this will be your first screen. Once you make the purchase, so I'm not making the purchase here. Let me just open it again. Any questions or doubts, guys, up to here? So in yesterday's class, we have discussed what is an hosting or an internet server, correct? So this will be your first screen, right? And now this is basically, you have the hosting as well now, right? I will show it to you. So if you want to build a website, you will have this. So this will show you all the websites that you have already built. And if you are purchasing it for the first time and using it for the first time, you will see this section empty. And you will just see an option, create websites, add websites. Okay. So what will I do is, now you have an option to create a empty website where you will have to drop the files related to your business. Maybe I'll show you that as well. Empty PHP or HTML website. Create. Yeah, I have clicked on create. Are you all following this, everybody?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah, now it is asking you to pick a domain. Right? So when you purchase it, you will also get a free domain. And here we have used a free domain. Right? So now if I am typing anything, Kandra India, okay, .com. So it's suggesting me to buy at 499 rupees. So I can select this and I can go with it. but I'll not do that. I don't want to buy any new domain. Okay, so from the existing domains, I'll use test dot.
Also, can I use that from existing domain?
Yes. So now what I'll do is, what I'm doing is, I'm creating a subdomain. I already own a domain. So I don't want to buy any new domain. See, if you already own a domain flipkart.com, you don't have to buy test.flipkart.com. You don't have to buy staging.flipkart.com. These are all called as subdomains. You can create any number of subdomains. Are you all getting this? So same way now I am creating a subdomain, or maybe I'll create it in a different place. Test dot sv print. See, I already own this domain and that's how it is showing it to me here. It is, I'm not able to create a test domain just like that. I already own svprintpack.in and that's how it is showing me here. Right? I have picked this and click on. Any questions here, guys? Or maybe I will.
No, sir.
I'll pick a different domain here. Yeah. So Equator School is already here. I'll just use this test.equator school and I'll just click on next. So I'll see if test.equator school shows up anything here. The test.equatorschool.in. Right.
Sir, I have already one domain. How can I go there?
Where do you have?
Already I have a domain, purchased a domain, so I can create other
Subdomain. You can create a subdomain or you can buy a new domain again over there. Again.
Can I use some subdomain?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
You can use the subdomain. Okay. So now, just now, what we have done is we have set up a website.
Yeah.
Right now, what we have done is we have set up a website test.equatorschool.in, but this website doesn't have any content and hence it is showing the site can't be reached. Right? So what we will do is, now in this setup, we have created a folder pertaining to this website. And now, if I have to build this website, I have to first build a HTML page. Okay, I'll show it to you that as well. Okay, see, look at this. This public underscore HTML is basically a storage space of your server which is connected to the internet. If you see public underscore HTML, it's a folder that is connected to internet, right? So now what I'm doing is, so I showed you some time back. I have built a web page. Where is that web page? This one, correct? Decemberclass.html is my web page, correct? So let me close this and save it as index.html. So I'm saving this as index. So the first page of your website will be always saved as index.html. Okay, so I'll enter this. Now I'm going to upload index.html here. Yeah, here it is. Open. Let me see if this works. Yes, this is your website. Everybody, this is your website. Now, this website is not appealing. You might have never seen a website like this, right? You always see website having colorful web pages, correct? Website looks very nice. Maybe I'll show it to you. Yeah, so this is how a website looks like, correct? And now if you have to build a website like this, which looks pretty good, colorful, beautiful, which has got a good user experience, which has also got functionality, correct? So now when you click on it, it takes you to a new web page. This is an hyperlink. Basically, this doesn't have any JavaScript, right? So this is JavaScript. If I'm clicking, it will take me to the top, right? So for these kinds of interactive elements or functionalities, so now if you want to convert this page to a beautiful website, you have to also, let's see, now this has been written in HTML, correct? This is an HTML page. This is your web page or website. Where did it go? HTML, yeah, index.html. It looks something like this, and it is presenting the content here. And if you want to beautify it, you have to implement CSS to it, right? And you can build a website like this also, correct? And now if you want to make it functional, interactive, you are typing the password and it says wrong password, and images will be sliding, or maybe if you click on this, it moves to the top again. See, all is this happening through JavaScript. So now if you want to build an interactive, colorful, engaging website, you have to also learn CSS and JavaScript. HTML alone will not suffice. That is what we have discussed in the yesterday's class, correct? And practically it becomes impossible for many of us to learn all of these three things to build a website, correct? Correct? So that's when we started relying on a software or a tool that can help us to build a website, right? And today we are going to learn that method. How do we use this software or tool to build a website? And we are also going to build the websites using AI, right? Are we good to start, guys? Everybody?
Sir, I have one doubt, sir. Sir, the public dot HTML is the control panel or not?
Public underscore HTML is not a control panel. Public underscore HTML is a folder where your content is getting saved. Public underscore HTML is a folder where you are updating all the content. That's the path of your website. So control panel is this one. What you the options, all the options that you see. See, control panel is basically giving various kinds of options pertaining to your website. You see all of these options, and you will get to see what's happening with your website, performance, storage, domains, databases. See, if you have to communicate with the database, you had to go to command prompt and you have to write commands. If you have to install a website or WordPress application, you have to do it all by the command prompts. Now I'm going to show you how are you going to do all of that, right? So coming back,
Okay.
we have built websites, test dot, uh, something has been built, right? Test dot equate school, it's looking like this. And we know if we have to build a beautiful website, we have to learn HTML, CSS, JavaScript, correct? Now, without learning any of those things, we are going to build a beautiful website. Again, click on add website. Now, instead of this, pick the option. See, this is control panel is providing all of these options to you now. If there is no control panel, you won't be able to do any of these actions. Not even a single action what we are performing now.
Yeah.
Right?
Sir, actually,
Yeah.
I'm not able to log in this hosting that.
We'll see. Yeah. So WordPress, so you'll have to pick this option, WordPress. So now when you pick this option WordPress, automatically a WordPress application will get installed here. So now you see only two files here, public underscore HTML, you see. Default, I'll come back and show it to you. Okay, public underscore HTML is your folder, correct? And when you go inside this, there is only default.php and index.html, two files. Now these two files, we are going to replace it with the application files. All WordPress will get installed. Look at this, I'll click on WordPress. And it's asking me to provide the username and password. Okay, and I have put the email and password, some password. Okay, and click on next. Yes. So now this Hostinger is already giving you some pre-built templates, correct? So if you are planning to build a website, you can pick one of them that fits your requirements. If you are into car business, or maybe this is related to, we believe your time was not meant for housework, something, right? So there are different kinds of templates, and you can start using them. This is dental clinic, right? Now my business related template is not there here, let's assume. You can simply use one of them and you can start building them, right? But I'll show you a different way of building the website, right? So for that you have to click on build from scratch, or if not, we will try building one in pursuit of better health solution. Let's pick this. Let's pick one of them. Yeah, let's click on select. It is suggesting some other applications to be downloaded, maybe not needed. All this we will eliminate this. So now this WordPress, after installing the WordPress, for all the functions needed for your website, you will have to install a couple of other applications. Like when you get a brand new phone, will this brand new phone able to scan the documents? No, right? After installing an app, document scanner app, it will help you to scan the document, correct? Same way, just installing WordPress would not give you all kinds of features needed for your websites. So on top of it, you will have to install a couple of other applications which are called as plugins. We will discuss them once the application gets installed. Okay, click on next. So I want to do it in test dot, same thing, equator school.in, test dot equator. That's okay, test dot equator school.in. It's already connected and working is what it is telling, but I'm fine to overwrite or erase this. So I'm just picking the same test dot equator school.in. Next. So connect domains to your new site. Connecting test.equatorschool.in to your new site means that your old site will be moved. My old site is rubbish, right? My old site is not good. My old site doesn't have anything relevant or good information, or it's not appealing, correct? So it's okay. I understand that I will lose all the email data related to test.equatorschool and confirm. Few seconds and your domain will be mostly ready. This is one method. We are not building this using any AI. We are simply using a template and we are applying that template to the website. We haven't actually built a website here. Somebody built and kept it over there. Hostinger has built and kept it over there, and we are using the template. We can go and edit that and make all kinds of changes needed later. I'll show you that as well. So if any of you has confusions or not understanding it, let me know. Everybody?
Sir, the public folder actually, where is it is located, sir, actually?
Okay. So when you buy the hosting, this hosting companies will give you the space, storage space. Okay. And the storage space will be connected to the, see that storage space is what you are accessing it now, public_HTML. See, now you did not get it from, see now if you had purchased a Hostinger account, you would have understood it, but I did not purchase the Hostinger account now in this class. I have straight away visited the account where we have already purchased the space, hosting space. See, now to build a website, you need two things. One, a domain name, and another one is a storage space. Your website has to be stored at some place. And now your website can be stored on your computer, on your pen drive or hard disk. But if it has to be stored on internet, if it has to be accessible on the internet for everybody, you have to store it on internet server. And now that internet server is always called as public_HTML. Are you all getting it? Public_HTML is basically indication of telling you that that's a storage space connected to the internet. And that is what you have, we haven't purchased in this class, but I have purchased this in the previous class. Right? So that is what I was telling you. If you want to buy a hosting plan, a storage space on the internet, you go and buy it like this. If you are planning to build a website for yourself, you select a 12-month plan and it is coming to 2,365, right? So this investment is worth. You can invest it here. Why? I'll tell you. So if you are investing 2,500 or 2,700 rupees, you can build up to 100 websites or maybe at least 50 websites in this hosting space. Namesake websites, not the heavy websites, not the heavy applications, WordPress websites, or simple, static or basic HTML websites. Now, for each website that you are building, let's say you are charging 5,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees from your client or customer. Correct? So, if you are building 50 websites, how much revenue did you make? 10,000 rupees per website. And if you are building 50 websites, how much is your earning? Everybody? Nobody knows. Each website is costing 10,000 rupees. You are charging 10,000 rupees to build a website, and you have built 50 such websites. How much money or revenue did you make?
5 lakh.
5 lakh, right? So now what is your investment here? 2,500 or 700 including taxes. Correct. So I suggest you to buy this hosting. I will help you out to make use of this hosting. Two good things. See, you are paying the tuition fee and you are learning this course or program. Correct. And now this is less than 10 percentage of what you are spending. Correct. And this is going to help you learn a lot. This will help you to practice. Correct. On top of it, if you're confident, if you're getting well versed with the usage of this platform, see, a layman can do this. I know people who have studied only 10th standard are doing this and earning few lakhs every month. I know people, they don't know any other language except their regional languages or mother tongue, and they are earning in lakhs just making this, doing this, right? So that is what I'm showing it to you here now. Let's load this Equator School now, what it is looking like. See, look at this test.equatorschool.in is built. It's a beautiful website. Do you see that? Everybody? What did we do to this build this? Now if I reload this, all these files might have changed here. See, now there are so many files. Earlier there were only 2 files. All these files are related to WordPress. So public underscore HTML. See, public underscore HTML is basically a storage space allocated for your this website. I'll show it to you all again.
This is not WordPress. This is something.
This is all WordPress files, and this is a WordPress website, right?
So we have not gone for this plugins.
We will come.
Yeah.
Okay. Any confusions here? I think you did not notice what we did, correct? You noticed it?
Going to hosting here, we want to select WordPress. In WordPress, we want to add all.
Did you all follow the steps? See, I will redo this if you are not clear. I want you all to speak. Everybody? Did I log out? Yeah, are you all there? Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Bhagwati, you understood how we build the website now?
Yes, I understood, sir. Now we are selected a separate theme from the WordPress. So we are doing.
Correct.
Right?
Correct. We did not really build anything. So now the cPanel helped us. The hosting account itself is helping us to install the WordPress application on our server. Public underscore HTML is our server. We have installed the WordPress application over there, and while installing we have also selected a theme. Correct? And the theme is looking like this. And if you want to make any changes, if you want to change this text, if you want to change this image, if you want to do any changes, you can do it by editing the page. Now I have enabled the editor, and this is allowing me to type or do any kind of changes. Right? This is the test page. Yeah, okay, I typed it here below. So this is actually looks like, yeah, here is the heading. So I have typed here. I'll remove this. So now here is the heading. I can change this heading to live a healthy life. To the life, at the last I'll add hyphen. Let me say. So hyphen has come here. I can completely replace this text. I can completely replace this image. Just double click on it, and you will see the options to replace the image. Edit the image, right? Media, you can upload the images from your computer, or you can use the images from your media library, right? And you have got a beautiful website. You already got a website, now you can make the changes here. Now, if you could do all of these things, people will pay you X amount. It again depends on how you sell. Correct? Somebody who is selling onion will sell at 50 rupees kg, and somebody else will sell it at 30 rupees, and somebody else will sell it at 100 rupees also, keeping it in the supermarket. Somebody on the roadside will sell it at 30 rupees, and somebody else keep it in the supermarket, they will sell it at 50 rupees. Now, same way it depends on at what price you sell this service. So now, if you are learning, I will again walk you through this process. So if you are learning how to build the websites, you can start selling this as a service. So I know how to build a website in your network, in your friends, family, right, in community, everywhere. You might find people looking for websites. Or the moment you start promoting yourself that I can build a website, people might start approaching you. What kind of websites you can build? You can tell the kind of websites that you can build. This is called as simple profile website. Correct? Or you can build any good website on top of this. And they will ask you how much do you charge. You can tell a price I charge 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, right? So in 2018, I had charged 1 lakh for a website like this. That was bit next level, right? Another year, I had spent a lot of time, maybe a week of time, I charged from 2 to 3 lakhs. It depends on how effectively you can sell and also the number of hours or time that you put. See, this is helping you to build a website, but on top of this, what kind of changes do you need? Correct? And what are the different pages you need? How many pages you need on the website? So all those will take some efforts, time, basically selling the time. Correct? So now even if you're building a website, something like this for a boutique, right? So maybe for a saloon, a beauty parlor, right? For an hardware shop, correct? Or for any garage, right? This is enough. They don't need anything beyond it. They have all the pages needed. And you can say I'll charge 10,000, and if you could get 10 such projects, you'll be making a revenue of 1 lakh sitting at home, and the amount of time spent in doing is hardly 1 hour per website. If you are doing it 10 websites, 10 hours. In a month, you basically invested only 1 day of time. What do you say, guys? Is that doable?
Yes, sir, it is doable.
But how do you get the clients? How do you get the clients?
We should promote ourselves through the media or other.
There are multiple ways. We are going to discuss each of them in detail, and I'll quickly show you how can we get the clients. One method, only one way of getting the clients. So look at this, we have launched a campaign. How many leads have you got? 249. Let me reload to get the fresh data. So you got 200 and it's loading just. Yeah, 261 leads. 261 leads. How much did we spend to get this 261 leads? I'll show it to you. To actually total overall is 274. Total spend is, and we are getting each lead at 41 rupees or 42 rupees on an average. And total amount spent is 11,500. You know, out of this 11,500, from 270 or 80 leads, they have 20% conversion rate. 20% conversion rate of 300 lead is 60 sales, and their average ticket price is 10,000 rupees. So 10,000 into 60. 6 lakhs. Right? Even if they are making 30 sales out of this, 3 lakhs. And how much did they spend? So now same way, if you are running a Facebook campaign for your service. So now again we have launched a campaign like that for same this thing, building a website at a very minimal price, right? So one of our team member wanted to practice and they have launched it, and you got 28 leads here. WordPress website INR 5k. You see that? You have got 28 leads and each lead is costing you more than 100 rupees, 105. Total revenue was
What is
50.
the age?
Huh?
What is the age decided?
No, no age criteria. Basically designations.
Actually, I have tested that. My ads, where if it is above 25 years, the lead is getting lesser,
Price.
lesser amount. If it is 50 rupees, it gives you 20 rupees.
Okay. Okay, got it. We'll discuss that. Yeah, now out of this 28, even if I am converting 5, correct? And 5,000 rupees only per website. 5 5 are 25. So how much is the spend here? 2,900. Correct? Are you all getting this?
Yes.
So this campaign was launched very recently. And we already have one sale, 10,000 rupees one sale, and 2 3 are pipelined, and a lot of it are not spoken by anybody because we don't deal with these kinds of websites basically. Our ticket prices, we see, we build mobile apps worth several lakhs, we build websites worth several lakhs, correct? So though there are leads or inquiries, we are not really speaking to them, or so people are coming. So this is a pilot campaign from test campaign from our team, right? So now this is one of the method how you can promote your business, correct? Everybody, right? So now this is
Yes.
not the only, see, now you haven't really learned building or making the changes to the website yet. You have just launched a theme, launched a website, but how do you make changes? You'll have to invest some more time, right? So now basically this is the website, and this has, you are logging into the software which has helped you to build that website, and always you will type wp-admin. So this is a WordPress website. WP is WordPress admin, is this is how you log into your website. So since we have already logged in, it will not ask for username and password. Straight away it has taken us to dashboard. This is how it looks, the dashboard of your website. Do you all see that? So your website will be always logged in. Now I want to change this premium printing and packaging solutions word to something else. I cannot change this until and unless I log in. Slash wp hyphen admin is my login, right? So I will log in to this website. So this is how it looks. Are you all following the screen, everybody?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. Username and password. Clients. Okay, this is clients at the rate candradigital.com. This is how you will log into the website. Done. Okay. So now I want to change a text, correct? I showed you some text in the first page, home page, correct? So all your pages, all the website pages will be here, all pages. So there is an option in your left side, all pages. Click on all pages. So you see here the home. This is, if you want to see how it looks, go look at this, click on this view button. This is how your home page looks like. That is your home page. And now you want to change this premium printing and packaging solution to something else. So what you will have to do is you have to click on edit. Edit. So premium printing and packaging word has to be edited to something else of your choice. So you'll have to click on edit. Right? So you can edit this text to premium printing and packaging solutions in Hyderabad. Done? So now I want to add more sections to this website. So now every WordPress website will work differently based on the theme that you are using, based on the plugins that you are using, based on the builders that you are using. We'll discuss that what are these builders and all in the upcoming classes. So now I want to add a new section to this page. So basically what will I do is I'll click on design library. See, there are so many pre-built designs or templates here already. Services, features, locations, contact form. So let me go to about. So you don't even have to write HTML, CSS, JavaScript. You can simply pick one of this and insert. I want white color one, I can click on insert. Right? I don't want this in the white color. I want it in a purple color or red color or maybe any other color. I'll change the color here and I'll click on insert and this will get added to your web page. So no worries, you can delete it or you can simply control Z and that will go away. Correct? That went off. Correct? So now this website was actually built using AI in just 10 minutes. This website was built using AI in just 10 minutes. And this website test.equatorschool.in is now built using one of the pre-built template. This is not using the AI, but there was one ready-made template available. We have just started using it. It's like there is already a ready-made apparel. You're just started using it instead of you getting the cloth and stitching the apparel. Correct? Now, when it is a ready-made one, you can do various kinds of alterations for it. Correct? Based on the type of apparel. A blazer, you cannot do the kind of alterations that you can do with blazers and the kind of alterations that you can do with shirt will vary significantly, right? So same way how you are building your website, based on that, so what kind of changes have to be made or how these kinds of changes have to be made will vary, right? So we will look into, so this is one of the method of building the website. We will look into the other methods of building the website. There are 3 to 4 other methods of building the website, right? And how do we make the changes, the kinds of changes needed also, right? So now what have we done basically to summarize this class? We have simply installed an application on our computer or on our server. Basically it's not computer, onto our server, and this application is WordPress and which has helped us to build the website. So we have done with only one stage. This application has been installed, and while installing we have also adapted or also installed a theme, a pre-built template, website template. Now we haven't really built anything. Now there are next stages. On top of this, you can make the changes to this web page, or you can erase this web page completely, or you can build a completely new website also. Right? So now I will show you that option. I can click on page and I can click on page here, or I can simply go to the dashboard or the backend and here there are pages. I can click here also all pages or just add new pages. So I'll click on all pages and there will be option here as well to add a new page. I'll click on add new. Right? I can start building a beautiful web page of my choice. So I will write test page in the class. Right? And now here this is creating a link like the test page. Okay. So I will simply publish this page. Click on publish. Test page in class is live. Let's see how that page looks like. This is how the page looks. There's nothing on this page, correct? There's nothing on this page. So now if I have to make it look beautiful, I'm going to use one option called launch beaver builder. This is a builder where you don't have to write HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Just drag and drop. This is going to help you to build a web page, a beautiful web page. Right? See, now look at this. There are so many options here. You can use these options and you can build a web page. So rows. So I want 3 columns or rows here. drag and drop and so right, or I don't want this, I want two columns. I'm splitting my web page into two pieces, or I don't want this also, I want web page into only one. Correct? Done. And within this, again you can add, you can change the background of this. Oh, sorry, this is text color, link color, background. The background is here. Background color, none color. Okay, color. And I have to pick the color for the background. Are you all understanding this, guys? See now, I'm not writing HTML or CSS or JavaScript. I'm simply using this builder. There is a tool. This is called. It is called as plugin here. If it is on your phone, it is called as app. And if it is some other places, people also call it as tool. But when it comes to WordPress, it's a plugin. While installing this application, the WordPress, it has also installed this plugin called Beaver Builder. This Beaver Builder is helping me to build a web page. I don't have to write HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Correct? Correct? Again, I'll click on this plus and modules. I want a button group or I want a photo. And now it is asking me to pick the photo, select photo, and I'm selecting a photo and update. See? And now how do you want to put this photo, full size or the dimensions? There are some options to play around. You'll have to explore all of these options. Right? Left align, center align, right align, right?
How to do it in WordPress?
This is doing in WordPress. This is WordPress. Right?
Actually, I did something. I will try to do some editing in the main page, so it's coming like this.
I'll see what you have done. Okay. So slide bar, I want to put a slider. You must have seen right on the website, images will be scrolling or sliding. This is one such thing. You can do that as well.
Mobile view, laptop.
Footer bar section, footer, builder widget, header, main slider. Oh, this is the basic information. I'll just remove this. This is some recent post, not the image. So I want to put a video. I'll just drag and drop. Are you all seeing this? See, it needs some patience and some creativity and some conceptualization even before you start building the web page. You have to conceptualize how my page should look like, right? So now we have built a test page, right? Uh, Test page in the class. I'll click on edit. Let me reload this first. See, it is not taking the full width. Here, this is not saved still. That's why it is not showing up here. Maybe if I save this, done, save, publish, and if I reload this page, this is the actual page, right? If I reload this, now this will have the new information. See? Now this page is not to the full width. So for that I'll have to put it in the full width, edit page. So there will be an option here somewhere to make it to the full width, right? Where is that? Page. Okay. Okay. So in the settings, maybe I'll have to change it in the settings. I'll show it to you. Maybe in the upcoming classes, we'll try to understand more how do we build the pages. Correct? Correct. See now to order food to home, or maybe let me take a different example. To book a flight ticket, you don't have to necessarily always download Make My Trip app. Correct? You can download apps like GoIBB also. Correct?
Yeah.
Or you can download any other app. Correct? And these apps interfaces are different, prices will be different sometimes, or maybe most of the times, like how they look, like the colors, everything will be different, right? Exactly the same. So if you want to build a web page or the website, so it's not always beaver builder. You can download other plugins like Elementor, WP Bakery, Flatsum, right? And WordPress default editor, and there is something called a starter templates. There are different kinds of applications which will help you to build your web page. Drag and drop options. Drag and drop options. You don't have to write HTML, CSS, JavaScript. But this drag and drop option has actually written in HTML, CSS, JavaScript. I'll show it to you. Let me click on edit to you. Now use standard editor. Look at this. There will be so much HTML associated with it. Sorry. So there is an HTML written to get that image, right? This is all HTML tag. If you are writing an HTML by yourself, you have to write exactly this tag. Now you don't have to learn how to write to embed the image on your web page, correct? A drag and drop option helps you to do that, correct? Everybody, did you all get that?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So maybe as we proceed further with few more classes, you'll be able to understand better on this, correct? So we have just started with the very basics of building a website, and we just built the website using one of the method. We haven't really explored how our website is looking. So it gave us a website, which is, maybe I'll open it in a different place, because since we are logged in, it is showing all these options in the top. If I come to this place and log in here, it looks like this, and it has also created a couple of pages. You can continue to build this page to a very lengthy page with more information also. So this template has just basic details, some details. You can do any kind of changes, or you can completely remove and build everything from scratch. Okay, got it? But then we will understand all of them in the upcoming classes. How do we edit? How do we make all these changes? How do we build web pages? Maybe if you want, I can give access to this portal test.equatorschool.in. You can practice this. From Monday, we'll be creating, or maybe tomorrow or some other day, we'll be creating a WhatsApp group for this class. And over there, we'll be sharing the passwords and username of this. You can practice, you can log in, and you can explore. If not practice, at least start exploring the features or options of this WordPress application, right? So in next class, we will learn the other methods of building the website, right? So now you can build exactly for example, you can build a website, food ordering websites, food ordering website, which will have location imports, which will have order processing, or maybe you can build a e-commerce website, the complete e-commerce website, without you really building anything, without you really doing anything, just by clicking few buttons. You'll have to, we'll discuss those things. If you are building an e-commerce website, you can charge 25,000 to a lakh or a 2 lakh also. Okay. But then building e-commerce website is the most easiest thing.
How much time it takes to build
E-commerce website, maybe few hours. See, building the website will take no much time. Maybe half an hour you will be able to build it. But if you want to make the changes, you might have to integrate the payment gateway, correct? Couple of changes related to their business, the business email IDs, phone numbers, products related to their business, or any other details like that. It will take some time, maybe a day or 2 days, right? It's not about website now. You will have to also work on getting the payment gateway registration, Razorpay or Phone Pay. Usually businesses will work on all of that, and they will give the keys or IDs for you. Okay, so if any of you here in this class are planning to build a website for yourself or for your business, we can do that in the class, right? But I'll not do all the minor changes, contact details, or editing, updating the photos or videos. pertaining to it, you will have to practice or learn on it. But at the top level, I can build it in the class. Okay, got it, everyone?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
So you all understood today's class?
Yes, sir.
Sabah,
Yes, sir.
Karim, you understood? Sabah, Karim, you have put it on mute and okay. Uh, everybody else?
Yes.
Okay. Sharanya, Padmaki,
Yes, sir. So all these
Sir.
things we can make on different pages. All we can make in WordPress only, sir.
yeah, using WordPress, we can make different pages. That's what you asked, right? In the WordPress, if are you asking about creating more pages on your website?
Actually, sir, I'm asking all guys. Actually, there is different field we can make website. No, so all these things we can make in WordPress only.
Yes. You can make anything that you want. See, on the internet, 60% to 70% of the websites are using WordPress. There are millions of websites, right? They are all using WordPress. And maybe you will not believe me if I say this is built on WordPress.